Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we have finally got the Q&A. This is the second of two 1K special videos on the channel. The first one was a while ago, so I'm sorry that this one took so long, but I'm finally doing it, and I'm kind of glad that I waited a bit extra time because there were some new people that were able to, put some things in the comments of that first one to ask me some questions for this video. So what I've basically done is just gone through and taken a screenshot of all of the ones I'm going to answer. Some of them I jotted something down because I might forget, but some of them I didn't. So I'm going to go through these. I really don't know how long it's going to take. I hope not too long, but it might take a while. So let's get straight into it. The first question is from NMG Plays. He's asking, what's your favorite sport, not counting football? Football is my favorite sport. After football, it's baseball. I love to play it. I would say it's kind of close as to like what I prefer watching between like baseball, hockey, and basketball, but I would definitely say to play, baseball is number 2. The next question from Patrick Hennessey. What's your favorite meme of all time? I don't really have a favorite meme of all time. Yeah. Next question from MM20 Gaming. I'm not even going to type it out. You know my question. There you go. Give you a second to read that. You can pause if you want to. Next question from Madden Mobile King. Why did you get into MM? That's a really interesting question. I'm not sure. I think the main things were I liked playing games and I liked football, and hey look, here's a game about football on your phone that you can take wherever you want and have a lot of fun with. So I think that's like the main reason I got into it. And then soon after I got into it, I started watching some Madden Mobile YouTubers, and that kind of continued my playing of the game. Next question from Monster Gaming. What's your favorite NBA team? My favorite NBA team is the Spurs. Next question from B12. What was your favorite promo in all of the Madden Mobiles, and which Madden was your favorite and why? So, favorite promo, I don't think I really have one. I would definitely say Ultimate Freeze has always been good. I would say this past year, the promo I probably enjoyed the most was Easter. That's like the first promo that I really played when I came back to the game. But of all time, I don't really know if there's a single promo, but I'll probably just say in general, Ultimate Freeze has always been, if not my favorite, one of my favorites. And then which Madden was my favorite, 100% MM16. It was the first Madden Mobile that I really grinded a lot, and I think it had a really good balance of the content in the game was new. Like nowadays we see, like last season we had King of the Board again, like we did in MM18. They're repeating promos. We have the same type of promo over and over again. In MM16 they were still doing that, but it was new. So I think that was a big reason of why I enjoyed that game so much, compared with the auction house being good and all that stuff. Next, MM Patriots Man, how did you become a Packers fan? So, I've said this, I don't actually live in Wisconsin, and I've never actually been there, but I am a Packers fan. It is mainly, I would say, because 2 reasons. First, my 3rd grade teacher was from Wisconsin and was a massive Packers fan. The walls in their room was filled with just a bunch of Packers stuff, so that definitely influenced me a bit. And it was at the time I was getting into the NFL and starting to really watch it when the Packers were really good. So those 2 things paired together, I started following them, and they became my favorite team. Next question from 3D Respawn. Congrats for the 1K, man. Thank you, appreciate it. Question, what would you be doing if you didn't stream or make videos for YouTube? It's an interesting question. I would say, like, right now, like this summer, if I wasn't making videos on YouTube, I'd probably be watching YouTube a lot more. I would definitely say before I started creating content for YouTube, I was definitely watching it a lot more. So I'd probably be watching it a lot more and maybe be playing the game as well, just not making content. Next question is from Cubs fan. He asks, when did you start playing MM, and also what's your favorite fast food? I don't have a favorite fast food because I don't really eat a ton of fast food. Favorite Madden Mobile, 100% Madden Mobile 16, and pretty much same reasons as before, and also like the other ones are bad. Next question from EliteChris MM. What is your pink account information? Obviously not sharing that. JK, what's your favorite food? So I said favorite food. I wrote this down. I said, I don't know, but I'll say ice cream and sushi. I would say sushi is like the first thing that comes to mind, but I've also always liked ice cream. I don't know if those are my favorites. They're definitely up there, even though I don't really have either of them much anymore. Next question is from JJ Fox. Will there be vlogs soon? I replied to this one, no, probably no. It's definitely something that's always been in mind, is to try to build a community and make it so that someday I can start doing more kind of like IRL content, like vlogs. But I would say definitely in the near future, probably not going to do any vlogs, but definitely possibly down the road at some point, maybe. Next question from Fast Cowboy. Who's your favorite Packers legend? So probably not a legend, I would say, but I'm gonna go with my favorite Packers player from who's not playing now, and that would be Greg Jennings. He was my first ever favorite player in any football. First favorite football player. He obviously left and went to the Vikings, and now he does a bunch of like analysis and like, you know, shows and stuff like that. But I would definitely say Greg Jennings. I don't know why, but I really liked him when he was on the Packers. Next question. What's your favorite YouTube channel besides you? Well, my channel definitely isn't my favorite YouTube channel. I would say two people. I don't really know which one is number one. I would say MMG and Laserbeam. Next question is from EliteChris MM. Do you plan on switching content anytime soon, like Madden Console or other mobile games? I have played other mobile games before on the channel. I don't think I've ever made a video, but I've streamed other games. I don't see myself going to any console games. If I did, it would probably be Madden Console. But for now, I would say no. But I'm not ruling it out. I might go to other games just every once in a while, and especially on stream, I might just do other games if I feel like it. Next question from Max. What made you want to start YouTube? So I wrote this one down as well. I would say it was a lot because I always liked watching YouTube. I watched a ton of YouTube. I don't watch as much now because I'm creating content for it, and that's taking up a lot of that time. But it was a lot of just like watching YouTube and liking it a lot and kind of saying, I think I could do that. I definitely sometimes watched a lot of Madden Mobile content, and a lot of times I saw stuff and I said, I think I could do that. And, you know, I said, let's give it a try. And I did, and here we are at 1,000 subs. I didn't really think we would get here, but we are. So that's amazing. Next question from Linda. When did you get into electronic games? It's an interesting question. I would say probably first time I was introduced to electronic games, I was interested in them at least. But definitely the first time I really played a game would have been in Madden Mobile 16. Next question from Lights Camera Cooper. My question is, why did you make your name Jam21? This might not be the exact answer you're looking for, but what I'm going to say to this is that one of the reasons that I chose Jam21 and that I like it is because it doesn't in any way limit your content. Now, I'm not like, it doesn't matter what your name is on YouTube, you can create whatever content you want, but there's definitely, like, if I had named my channel Jam21 Plays Madden Mobile, that in a way limits you to playing Madden Mobile. Jam21, you do whatever you want. Next question is again from Max. Other than Packers, what's your favorite NFL team? I'm going to say Saints. There's 3 other teams, and the other 2 I'm going to talk about in a later question. But for this one, I'm gonna say Saints. Next question is from Calder. What YouTubers inspired me to do YouTube? There's definitely a bunch, and definitely like watching YouTubers that made me say, I think I could do that, or maybe I think I could do that better. Those definitely inspired me, but I would say definitely number 1 would have to be MMG. Next question from Johnny. What do you use to edit your videos? I use iMovie. Next from Gabe. What's your favorite team in the AFC? I don't really have a single favorite team, but the 2 favorite teams that are like the 3 teams that I like the most, other than the Packers, they are the Raiders and the Browns. So those 2 teams are my favorites in the AFC, but I don't really follow them as much as the Saints, and I don't follow the Saints anywhere near as much as I do the Packers. Moving on to Lindsay's question. What made you do YouTube, or why did you want to do YouTube? So this is, I got a lot of questions that were similar to this, so I'm going to try to give kind of different answers every time. With this one, I'm going to talk slightly a bit why I initially first made anything on YouTube. And if you look on my channel, it was a long time ago. In Madden Mobile 16, I had saved up throughout the year a ton of packs, and by, I don't know what time in the year, but late in the year, I was like, you know what? I should record these and I should upload them to YouTube. This was before me, ever like watching other content and thinking like I could do that. It was just like, I want to document myself opening all of these packs. So that's what I did, and that's kind of why I initially started doing YouTube. Next question from Adwin. How do you become an SF Giants fan, and your favorite current Giant right now? I would say definitely family would be the biggest part of it. And also, I would say a lot with all of my favorite teams is like when I was young, when I was first getting into the sport, my favorite team was a team that was one of the better teams. So it was a lot easier to get into the sport when you're following a team that is actually good. So it just makes it more interesting. So obviously the Giants were really good, won the World Series in 2010, 2012, and 2014. That definitely helped get me into it, but a big part of it is family. And then my favorite Giants player right now, for some reason, the first player I thought of when I was going through and read this comment was Hunter Pence. He's definitely been one of my favorites, but my favorite player currently is by far Pablo Sandoval. No competition. Next question from James. Do you watch MMG? As kind of a complicated, weird answer. Maybe not complicated, but kind of a weird answer. But I'm going to simplify. I'm just going to say yes. I do watch MMG. Favorite YouTuber? I would say MMG, but also Laserbeam. Do you watch basketball? I don't watch basketball a ton, but I would definitely say like during the playoffs, I watch more. During the finals, pretty much every year I watch all of the finals games as much as I can. And I will say now, currently during the bubble, I've been watching a lot more because it's kind of like a playoff atmosphere. You're playing to stay alive, playing to get into the playoffs. So I've definitely been watching a bit more now. Next question, again from Gabe. What's your favorite baseball team? The San Francisco Giants, just talked about them. EliteChris, what made you want to start YouTube? So initially, as I said earlier, it was just the documentation of things that I had saved up in the game. I was just like, there's no reason not to do this. And I did it. And then I kind of just left it alone. I never did anything else on YouTube for a while. Kind of did some streams, but yeah, it was just the documentation at first. And that kind of got me going with having a channel. Next question from BNGL. What is your intro song? And there's another question kind of related to this answer later. Here's your answer. the Galway Girl by Ed Sheeran Decoy Remix. That's, I think, the video that it's from, but there's a bunch of different videos. Yeah, that's the song. What's your favorite food? Talked about this earlier, said sushi and ice cream. I'll add banana bread to the list. Banana bread is another food that I really like. I don't like banana ice cream. I'm not a massive fan of bananas. I'm fine with them. Like, bananas are great, but like, I'm not a massive fan of them. But banana bread, for some reason, I love it. Next question from Sam. Who's your least favorite NFL player? I've said this before. Vontaze Burfict. For, obvious reasons. And again from Sam. Who do you think will win the Super Bowl this year if there is a season besides Packers? I don't think the Packers are going to win the Super Bowl. I think it is going to be either the Chiefs or the Ravens. Not sure, but that's my guess. Next question from Edward. What made you choose Jam as your name over Jelly or anything else? What I'll say to this is that my name has nothing to do with the food. Next question. From Preston. Who is the coolest person you know, and what sports do you play? So this was an interesting one. For this one, I said the coolest person I know is my dad. I don't know. He's always been there and seems like a pretty cool guy, I'll say. And sports that I play, I'll play pretty much anything. But currently, I would say the things that I play the most are basketball and football, but that would be flag football. I've never actually played tackle football. Next question from Henry R. What's your favorite song? My favorite song is not my intro song. It is Sunflower by Rex Orange County. Not from the Spider-Man movie. It is by Rex Orange County. Go ahead and look it up if you want to. Love it. Josh Plays. What's your favorite color? Blue. Not this blue, though. Closer to the wall blue, but darker than that. Kind of like this blue. What's your favorite food? Banana bread, sushi, ice cream, something like that. I don't know. What's your favorite candy? Don't really have one, but I'll say Three Musketeers. I skipped over what's your favorite NBA team. That's the Spurs. What's your favorite ever Madden Mobile card that I loved? I'm going to go with 99 overall Ultimate Legends Sean Taylor back in MM16. I don't actually know if it was a 99, but he's a 99 on my Legacy team. So Ultimate Legends Sean Taylor in MM16. And then my favorite Madden Mobile ever would be MM16. Next question. From Edward. Who is your number one inspiration? So I'm gonna answer this in the way of YouTube. I would definitely say my number one inspiration for the way I create my content and kind of like how I am, I guess, would have to be Creator. So if you know him, awesome, great. If you don't, awesome, great. He's definitely one of my favorite content creators and definitely a lot of inspiration from my content comes from him. From Bob108, what's your favorite food? Sushi, ice cream, banana bread, and I'll also throw in broccoli frittata. It's really good. Next one, I like C. Favorite musical artist is Ed Sheeran. Next question from Henry R. Who's your favorite YouTuber? MMG, Laserbeam, one of those two. There's not really a number one. From Savage Gaming, who made you want to do YouTube? I wanted to give kind of a different answer to this question, but I didn't really know what to say. So I'm going to say me. I definitely got like kind of inspiration or motivation from other things, but at the end of the day, it was me saying, let's do this, let's give it a shot, let's try it out. And yeah. And that's not our last question. We're coming to the end here. From Ethan, do you like Mr. Beast? I haven't met him in person, but the channel, the content, I do like a lot, quality content. If you're not subbed, go check him out. From Henry R, do you like school? I will say this, it is worth it. Go to school, kids. And that is our last question of the Q&A. if you left a question in the comments of that first 1K special video and I didn't answer it in this video, then it was probably something that I'm just not going to answer. So I'm sorry, but that was a lot of questions. This recording has been going for a long time, but that is going to be it for my 1K special Q&A. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe as always, and I'll see you next time.